So what's the difference between medicinal marijuana use and recreational marijuana use? Hey, I'm David Essel. Oh my Lord, we have so many clients we've worked with over the years that were addicted to prescription drugs, or that struggled with insomnia, that had all kinds of phobias and anxieties, and we've helped them through a variety of modalities in the psychological world. That could be anything from emotional freedom technique to journaling techniques, to cognitive behavioral therapy techniques. And we use everything that you can imagine: meditation, amino acid therapy. And then there comes a time for people to look at an alternative. I just recently did a whole seminar on the cause of addictions, which is not genetics, but that's totally different on YouTube. You can go ahead and Google the cause of all of addictions, and you'll find out what we think there. But during the seminar, I was talking about several clients that were addicted to the anti-anxiety medications like clonazepam and the sleep medications, Zolpidem and others. And when we were Ambien is what the regular name is. Zolpidem is the generic name. But when we were working with them, they'd get to a point where that they weren't even functioning during the day because they were on so many medications just to try to sleep at night. And even as we got to the core of their anxiety and started doing some great work and saw a shift, and in other words, a decrease in the use of pharmacological agents, we still had the addiction thing that was going down. And one of them, I remember coming in day after day after day. We were working 5 days a week together. And finally I said, I believe we need to look at medicinal marijuana. And she was shocked that I would even say it. She goes, oh my gosh, you do addiction recovery work. I'm in here for addiction recovery, and you're telling me to use an illegal drug. And I said, well, guess what? In Colorado and Seattle, Washington, we have them as legal drugs. So we talked for a number of weeks. She finally made a decision to go. She went out there to stay for a week and a half. She ended up staying for 3 in the state of Colorado, and got off of all of her anti-anxiety and sleep medications. Now, we always say make sure your doctor knows what you're doing, and she did. She worked with her doctor and told him what she was doing, and he was 100% for it. He said, look, what we're doing is not working. So if this guy says there's a chance that this will work, give it a shot. I can tell you that months later, she's still off of her medications, and she uses marijuana medicinally. Now, what does that mean? So to the chuckle of the audience the other night, I said, a recreational user will find a reason why at noon or at 3 in the afternoon or at 6 at night or at 8 at night to get high when they're supposedly using it for help with sleep. The medicinal marijuana user will follow the directions given, and this is what we said to her. If her bedtime was 11 p.m., that she could not use marijuana, and she used the smokable kind, not the ingestible kind that comes in candies. Out in Colorado, it comes in candies and drinks and all these different things. But she wanted to use the smokable kind. So she did, but she couldn't do it until 10:45, 15 minutes before bedtime. That worked great. So if you're someone that's looking at the use of medicinal marijuana, get with an expert, find out the parameters, no matter what you're suffering from. It could be chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, extreme arthritis. There's a whole different variety of illnesses that medicinal marijuana can be helpful for. But go ahead and use the practitioner's advice. There was one time over the past many months that when she was checking in, I said, how are you using it? And almost every night it was 10:45, quarter of 11, then lights out at 11. And one night she used it at 10 o'clock at night, and then at 10:15, and at 10:30 and quarter of 11. So we knew there was something going on because she was writing it down all the time she used it. Well, sure enough, the day before, she got in a huge argument with her partner. It had not been resolved, and so that next night, she was feeling very, very anxious. And instead of using all the tools that we have, that we've taken her through to deal with adversity in life, she decided to go back into the use of marijuana, but it was more recreational, to numb the pain. So she admitted it, we got her back on track, and everything's great. Listen, if I can help you at all make some type of a decision, if this might be a good option for you to go to one of these states and use it legally to see if it could help, contact us at talkdavid.com. I would love to work with you on this. There's many, many avenues to success, and some, they are alternative. Don't forget to join this YouTube channel right here. And also, if you work with me, we've said this for, 27 years now. All of our work is 100% money back guaranteed, which means that there's no risk. If you and I work together and you don't see a positive result, you get your monies back. It's never happened yet, but we're giving everyone that guarantee. Everything is at talkdavid.com. Have an amazing day.